You know what we oppose? Shooting kids up with deadly vaccines known to brain damage kids on record that don't even have any health effects that are good, any health benefits. We oppose arming al-Qaeda. We oppose open borders and paying for the whole world to come here and have free welfare. We oppose going bankrupt. We oppose the family being destroyed. We oppose attacks on private property. We oppose abortion. We just oppose disgusting garbage. Not because we're goody two-shoes, but because we want to be free. We know history and know what happens when good men and women do nothing. Evil takes over. I've been talking to Joe Biggs, who's got a bunch of special reports breaking tonight and tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. But I want to shift gears to the guy running camera, who's also a reporter. And, of course, that is Josh Owens. Josh, give us your take on what you've seen down there the last 2 days. At Joint Task Force 6, Fort Bliss in El Paso with Juarez just a mile away. What you've witnessed, what you've seen, Josh Owens.
Well, as a lot of people know, that they have, last weekend they shut down 2 entrances to Fort Bliss after Judicial Watch came out and said that ISIS was in Juarez, which is literally maybe 400 feet behind us right now. And what we've seen here is the borders are open. The same thing that we saw in Arizona. I'm sure people remember Joe Biggs walked right across the border in Arizona. We did the same thing here yesterday. You can see that video on YouTube. We posted it yesterday. Proof that ISIS can come into America. So what we've seen here is what we've seen in Arizona and other parts of Texas and California, is that the borders are wide open. And I think a big question is, like we brought up in another video, is will Democrats be blamed when ISIS comes into America? And yeah, I'm sure ISIS already has sleeper cells inside of America, but if they're on the southern border and they're going to come in here, you know, are they going to be on TV, on the mainstream media, playing in the hearts and minds of people, trying to convince them that it's still okay for our borders to be open when people are being attacked and this becomes the Gaza Strip?
It's disgusting, totally disgusting. And again, Al-Qaeda was created and organized by Western forces, turned loose, protected. I've interviewed the head of the Stratus Ivy task force who could have killed bin Laden twice the week before 9/11, Colonel Schaefer. I mean, I'm an expert on this. I live this every day just like my crew does. I follow it. And now they've never funded Al-Qaeda like this. They've turned them loose. The West is clearly arming them, clearly training them. Just 6 months ago, our own military went public and said, we're in bases in Jordan and Turkey and Western Iraq training al-Qaeda jihadis, and we're not going to do it anymore. And now that's all come out in the news. We didn't make that up, folks. I mean, I have CIA, Army, I mean, generals, okay? And I get info, and I'm not going to say how I get it, but it's like Matt Drudge says, go to a parking garage. In fact, it's gotten to the point I don't even have the time or energy, and it's too dangerous. I already know what's going on this. I don't even need to talk to contacts anymore. I mean, we've got our government clearly at a criminal level moving these people into position. They're going to hit Europe or hit the United States or both. And again, they wanted those MPADs covered up but given to them. And Ambassador Stevens wouldn't go along with it. So the Turkish ambassador left. They attacked. Most people pulled out of the safe house. They were given warning, but then they were even sabotaged at their houses. The jihadis had inside intel, secret security passes. 2 Navy SEALs ran down there, CIA Navy SEALs, sheep dip SEALs, held them down for 5 hours, 3 hours into it. That's why the whole world learned about it, and the military learned and sat there and watched the stand down ordered by the Joint Chiefs via Obama. So that's the bottom line. Why did they want the warehouses of MPADs given to Al-Qaeda? Because they're going to use it to bring the West to a standstill. And I'm here exposing it so the intelligence agencies, I know you're not stupid, but I'm just going to state what's going on for you. At the lower level and mid-level, so all of you understand, there is a major play to hit the West with thousands of MPADs. And now they've got 11 missing passenger jets. I mean, it could be a new 9/11 with 11 aircraft and attacks from the ground. I mean, they're setting up a mega 9/11. I'm sorry, Josh, go ahead. I'm so angry right now. I just can't handle it anymore. This traitorous government makes me want to throw up. And all the traitors at MSNBC that attack us, and Piers Morgan and all of you scum, why are you such trash? Why are you such criminals? Why are you so evil? What is your problem? The murder of 200,000 Christians with their heads being chopped off is on your hands. I want you to know that, you filthy, dishonorable scum. Josh, go ahead. I got to settle down.
Well, no, I mean, obviously, I completely agree with everything that you're saying, and it's unbelievable. And like we talked about earlier, we have some stuff coming up we're going to bring tonight and tomorrow on the show that is going to put it in people's faces and show them just how serious and just how dangerous these open borders are and this whole situation is. And there will be no doubt after we do what we're going to do that people won't be able to see with their own eyes what's happening here and what can happen.
Don't tell them too much. In fact, I'm going to let you go. Great job. Anything else you want to add?
No, it's unbelievable. We see it over and over again, and I want people to wake up and see what's going on and stop it from happening.
Our government has turned loose over 100,000 crazy people with 15,000 surface-to-air missiles, and the border's open. That's what I'm... And then I see the idiots on YouTube. It's a minority of them saying Joe Biggs and I are fearmongers bringing this up. Man, let me tell you something. I don't know how much stuff we got to predict accurately here, and then the stuff we do talk about that we're able to stop. This isn't about a radio show. It isn't about being big shots. It's about saving this country. Anything else?
You've said it all. I just urge people, just like you have for years and years, to realize how serious this is. It's not a joke. It's not a game. And people need to open their eyes.
When you're talking to the locals, are any of them concerned, or is it only the military you talk to that's concerned?
There have been locals that are concerned. A lot of them aren't hearing much about it in the press in the area. So, some of them are unaware, but most of them are concerned. I mean, when you hear something like 11 plus planes have been stolen, the borders are open, ISIS has been seen right across the border, right here in El Paso, right across the border in Juarez, you would be a complete moron not to be worried and not to be concerned, unless all you're doing is staring at a TV screen all day or your phone. Other than that, I mean, you would be insane not to be concerned about what's going on.
And again, if they kill thousands of people, it's sad. It's bad statistically. We can handle it. It's not that big of a thing in the aggregate, except they're going to take even more of our rights after this. They're going to use this Al-Qaeda attack number 2, 9/11 number 2, to totally butcher the Bill of Rights and Constitution, and the military and everybody's being trained that the next war is with the Tea Party. So, see, they're going to develop and set up the precedent for a total Orwellian police state, and then they're going to flip it around on us. It's already happened. This is not me 13 years ago predicting it, that they would turn this around on the American people. That's already happened. We're now predicting the next phase and desperately trying to stop it. Because let me tell you something, folks. They do a couple more phases of this, they're going to come kill me. They're going to come arrest me. I mean, you understand, folks, I'm in this to win it. I know this isn't a game, okay? I live in the real world. I know I'm getting threatened by these IS people, and they're messing with, I don't want to even get into it, okay? I know that the globalists are using them as a secret army. I know they brought 5,000 Iraqis in after the Gulf War that they use as sleeper cells, and that even came out in the news. I know how much trouble we're in. And I'm just telling you, only an understanding of you're a foreign banking cartel, how do you bring the U.S. down? You organize, fund jihadis, let them attack, use the attack to take over the society, set up a total grid, and then turn it around on the people. It's very elementary, ladies and gentlemen, and it's what they're doing. Josh Owens, you guys go. I know you've already shot some stuff for a special report. Go get that out as soon as you can, but take your time as well. And you got several reports in the pipeline tonight and tomorrow. And just great job. Get out there, finish your other reports. Now you got a lot of stuff coming down the pike. Great job. Thank you. Josh Owens reporting for Infowars.com. This is one of those days where CDC whistleblower confirms who wrote the study with the rest of the government that they covered up that the vaccine is absolutely brain damaging children. It's been out for a week and a half. No mainstream media picking it up. Our government has funded Al-Qaeda to run around and blow up hundreds and hundreds of churches in Iraq and Syria. They blew up the burial place, the church with Jonah's grave. They are just murdering. They have these crazy nuts just running around doing whatever they want, and our filthy government runs them. And it's not our government. It's these illegitimate criminals who just get away with everything, and I am just sick of it. I mean, how much more obvious does this stuff have to get? And I'm going to warn the criminals up there about something. Let me tell you something. Everybody, I'm talking 90% now of the military I talk to, I don't care if they're enlisted, non-commissioned, or officers, they know what's going on. You see this whistleblower from the CDC? There's going to be a lot more of that. Because let me tell you, that guy from the CDC, I guarantee you, looks at the brain damaged kids he sees at the mall and at work and at church every day. And as stuff gets worse and worse, people aren't just going to sit around anymore and let you people get away with what you've done. And when your ISIS crud goes around and blows up more stuff and kills more Christians and other innocent people and other nonviolent Muslims, you're going to be held responsible for it. I don't know what your problem is or why you want to do this to these countries that hadn't done nothing to anybody and why you people love evil so much, but I know you do, and I know you got to be stopped. People can call me a weirdo all day that I want to throw up or turn this desk over right now because as a man, just physically, you people absolutely disgust me. And the people are in a trance that you got to break out of your trance, just like they say in Network. I don't know what to do about the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the streets. All I know is first you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value. And it's true. You got to first just say, I am breaking with this whole system and this whole thing. It's a fraud. It's a cancer. I'm done with it. You know how angry I got at the start of the show when I read this morning CBS News quoting the FBI saying we don't know what all these mystery towers are stealing everyone's data that aren't part of the telecoms, but it's probably not the government, when they know full well almost all of it's the government. Sure, there's some hackers out there as well. So I had Mikhail Thalen this morning write this article that just got completed and just went up at prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com and just got tweeted out. This is unexclusive. And I don't care about the fact that we are the exclusive. It's just this is the exclusive. This is the answer. This is the intel. This is the truth. This is the data. This is the answers. This is it right here. This is the water in the desert. This is the knowing. The people perish for lack of knowledge. We know, and it's driven us crazy what we know. I'm in a real HUMAT threat fusion center of the people. I live this stuff 18 hours a day. I do nothing but interview the experts. I know how the world works. And I'm here just at the same time. I'm not emotional when I'm researching. But once I get up here for 3 hours to talk about it, I get sick of it. I'm pleading with everyone just to wake up and wake others up. Because you're the answer to tyranny. The answer to 1984 is 1776. It's saying no. I will not go along with this anymore. I will not have my name on it. I will not bend over. Gotta remember to breathe. It is a criminal, premeditated, scientific takeover of absolute evil. Now, I don't know what to do about all of it. I just know we better have a cultural discussion about this. Exclusive. Mystery of rogue cell towers discovered. Feds attempt to downplay growing spy grid. And we even have an NSA whistleblower that came through today, a well-known one, but with new data, confirming our analysis and saying they're denying these are government cell towers because they don't even want to pay the companies for the data or get a warrant. They're just grabbing it all illegally. So the FBI is in CBS News denying it. And this whistleblower confirmed that, indeed, this is part of their parallel program where they have to fix the stuff for court later and go lie in court and claim how they got the information. Exclusive. Mystery of rogue cell towers discovered. Feds attempt to downplay growing spy grid. Mikhail Thalen. Recent reports of rogue cell phone towers being used across the country to intercept mobile cell phone data is drawing a response from federal agents who claim the towers are not being used by law enforcement groups. I doubt they're installed by law enforcement, as they're just only on city poles. Require a warrant to intercept conversations or data, and since the cell providers are ordered by the court to operate with the intercept, they really would be needed to do this. Former FBI agent Ross Rice told CBS Chicago. Most likely they're being carried out by hackers. Well, certainly there's some of that. Law enforcement's fight to keep these systems in place is likely rooted in one thing: parallel construction. And then we go into our investigative reports from last year that caused the city to say, remove them, they're illegal. In Seattle, headline, new mesh network documents confirm police vehicles, real-time access to DHS spy cameras. Used to conceal how law enforcement investigation began, parallel construction allows police to create a criminal case while concealing how the evidence obtained illegally was acquired. Speaking exclusively to Infowars.com, NSA whistleblower Kirk Wiebe, who helped develop the data processing system, ThinThread, breaks down the danger of surveillance and parallel construction. Then the report goes into the fact that it's a Seattle, Chicago contracts with the hubs, who runs them, secret maps from the city, from Homeland Security of how the towers work. We have photos of the towers up in Seattle and other cities. That's what they are. Okay? Now, the article's good. He wrote it quickly, but first he gets into my point about parallel construction and the whistleblower. But really, we probably want to point a note out, read deeper. We show how the hubs are being put in by Homeland Security. But that's what they are. Because they don't want to have to get it from the telecoms, even with a blanket FISA warrant that lets them scoop it up. They want firsthand, real-time access to it all. So they're putting them up with Stingray systems, you name it, to scoop it all up. Here's the article. You want to know what the mystery towers are? It's no mystery. Telecoms are getting sued for giving data to the government without warrants, even though there's government hubs already in the telecoms. They have to act like they're officially getting it with a warrant. Now they're just putting up their own cell tower hubs. We have the documents where it's happening nationwide on record from whistleblowers, and we have an NSA whistleblower in our article today commenting, confirming our analysis. It's part of parallel construction. But they'll have articles in Business Insider, CBS News, everywhere saying, oh, jeepers, what are these? Just like we knew who the black helicopter drills was, Delta Force, and it was the Night Stalkers, and it was to condition the public for martial law. I interviewed the police chief who was given the secret documents and the emergency manager. And to this day, they just say there are no black helicopters. Just like there are no secret cell towers, no Stingray systems, nothing. Just tell the public it doesn't exist. Don't listen to that guy. 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4. It's a conspiracy theory. Please don't forget, this entire transmission is listener-supported, and we bring you the best win-win products that fund our operation under the highest quality, the lowest price. The InfoWarsLife.com products, the Super Male Vitality, the Super Female Vitality, life-changing for me. You've heard the rave reviews. Fund our operation. Take the challenge. Buy a bottle or two for your husband or for your wife or for yourself. Try it, and I know you'll be a repeat customer and help fund our operation. High-quality colloidal silver at the lowest prices. Silver Bullet, InfoWarsLife.com. AccuPower is almost sold out. Available. We've got the X2, our best seller. Super Nascent Iodine, the highest quality out there. A lot of folks say iodine tastes terrible. I won't take it. Try this. Consult your physician. It tastes totally different because it's real, pure crystal derived. No one else has that. InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsLife.com, or 888-253-3139. We're not like NPR that got $400 million a year to fund their disinfo. We're not like MSNBC that gets billions in stimulus money to run their disinfo. And it's filled with White House operatives. We're funded by viewers and listeners like you. So shop with the good guys, InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Look at this. Google VP Megan Smith gets top White House tech job. That's right. It's full of Facebook and Twitter people, just all to game everything and censor us when we send out stuff on Obama and block our tweets and Facebooks, and Google blocks us all the time. But that's okay. Let ISIS operate. Yeah, let them share and recruit on there, but don't let patriots recruit and threaten the troops at Fort Hood not to be part of the Tea Party or not to like the Founding Fathers, and make the Navy SEALs take the Gadsden flag off their uniform, even though it's been on Navy uniforms for 240 years. Gadsden flag, George Washington bad, ISIS okay. Bull! Lastly, don't forget this hour was brought to you by MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex. The government wants us to be dependent on them. We need high-quality, non-GMO with great customer service, storable food. MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex. To find their best specials are 866-229-0927. And they've got customer service 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex. And be sure and support all our local AM and FM affiliate sponsors, or become a local sponsor, or thank those sponsors, and tell friends and family. We're on in Chicago. We're on in L.A. We're on in Oklahoma City. We're on in Orlando. We're on in Rochester, New York. We're on a lot of places around Texas, right here in Austin, 590 AM, 90.1. We're on over 170 affiliates now. If you're listening to this on an AM or FM affiliate, and you're not telling the guy at the convenience store or the person at the auto parts store or your whole church, your friends and family, if you're not handing out flyers in your neighborhood about show times, if you got the money, if you're not putting a billboard up, you're crazy. Because we got a chance to beat these people, but we need a maximum effort in the info war. And that's what it's going to take to find our fighting spirit, to wake up, to get angry, to get focused, and charge the enemy. We're going into rebroadcast in about 5 minutes, but I want to come back with a little bit of overdrive. Some stations don't carry it. Infowars.com/show to break down the new Common Core. We got a video of this brainwashing. Video, Common Core teacher takes nearly a minute to solve 9 + 6 = 15. Common Core is designed to create a dumbed-down, obedient population of ne'er-do-well nincompoops to follow the orders of ninnying, nattering, moron control freaks make me want to vomit. Let's go ahead and go to this video. It's from Kit Daniels' article, Common Core Creates a Dumbed-Down, Obedient Population. Here is the teacher. We'll give you the details after the video.
Our young learners might not be altogether comfortable thinking about what 9 + 6 is. They are quite comfortable thinking about their friend 10s. So we're going to decompose our 6. We're now going to anchor our 9 to a 1. Allowing our students to anchor to that 10.
And with a straight face, Mercury is good for your children. This just in, Joan Rivers has died. Joan Rivers is dead. And that's all we know. So Joan Rivers just died. That is being reported by Fox News. You can put it up on screen if you want. I mean, I got to tell you something right now. Joan Rivers kind of symbolizes to me the whole Babylonian structure. But I want to say something bad of the dead. I mean, rest in peace. Her daughter has said comedian Joan Rivers has died after getting surgery. And there you go. So she is gone. As we all will make that journey, some sooner rather than later. And I guess there are a lot of plastic surgery for the face and stuff, but I guess not for the internal parts. So I just wish people like her could use their power for something other than tabloid journalism. But there you go. She's dead. So she's crossing the river Styx right now. And I'll have some comment on that in a video that I'll shoot right after the show. That'll be on the nightly news tonight, 7 o'clock Central. But we hope that Joan Rivers rest in peace. You know, early on I said that Robin Williams was probably, on psychotropics and stuff. Turned out he was. And it says on the insert it can make you commit suicide. In this case, you know, a lot of it is just you get old. And a lot of people don't do too well when they're put under anesthesia. And so I'm sure there'll be conspiracy theories that pop up. And all those do is discredit all the real examples of things that are real conspiracies. But very worldly woman. Some are already arguing, guessing that she would die because she dared to say that Michelle was a transvestite and Obama's gay. There's a lot of evidence Obama is gay. I don't know about the Michelle thing. She looks more like a giant reanimated snapping turtle to me. Or maybe like one of the guys Godzilla fights or something. But that's it. Joan Rivers is dead. Great job to the crew. And we'll have some big news breaking from the border coming up tonight or tomorrow morning. Nightly news is 7 o'clock Central Standard Time this evening. PrisonPlanet.tv. Share your memberships. From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.